You are listening to the decision reel.
Welcome to the Decision Reel, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. This week on the comfy couch, we got Wally and Tara. We're looking at a movie that Wally picked.
I look like I'm trying to get away.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Don't touch me.
What are you doing over there?
I'm gonna sit like this.
I'm gonna sit right in the corner.
Yeah, that looks better. You're right.
Hey, what's up?
I like it. Wally,
Hey, ladies.
what movie did we pick all nice and comfy like?
On Mars Attacks.
Mars Attack.
Fuck.
It's been a long time since I've actually sat down and watched this movie.
Me too.
I thought I loved this movie. I watched it again. I was like, well, it's not as much as I thought.
What have I done? What have I done to us?
Right. It's weird, right? Like, there's a lot of those movies that I know I like that going back and I'll watch them like, oh, this is great. I still love this movie. But there's some where you're like, wait, is this the same movie or did I like this? And what is wrong with me?
I think I grew out of a lot of the comedy in this movie. I don't know what it was, but I was watching it for a little while and I'm like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that.
Yeah, this is that movie that, like, as I was watching, I played it back in my head before things were happening, right? Like, because it's been so long, and I was like, oh, shit, that's right. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Damn,
I forgot about almost every actor besides Pierce Brosnan and Jack Nicholson. I forgot about everyone else that was in this.
I forgot. I forgot like
this person did it.
Sarah Jessica Parker, Michael J. Fox. Like, I forgot all of them.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
I know.
All of that. I forgot all of that.
Yeah, I always thought it was like some Disney Channel girl that was in it that never went somewhere because of the way her attitude was.
Can I tell you, I don't even remember them having a daughter. I didn't even remember them.
I forgot Michael J.
Fox,
arguably one of the biggest names in the movie. I forgot he was in the movie.
Me too. He's my favorite actor of all time. And like seeing this, I went, "How the fuck did I not? Jesus Christ! I need to rethink."
And he's also barely in it. He like doesn't last.
I think
except his hand for some reason.
They take the hand too.
I feel like that was the majority of the movie was like a farce on a lot of 100%. Stuff and the whole idea of all these big actors and they all die. Who are the people who, spoilers obviously, but who are the people who survive in this movie?
Natalie Portman.
Nobody.
The B-listing ones.
Right,
and
exactly.
Yeah.
What was
the up-and-comers?
What was that movie that had, where it was like the end of days? It had Channing Tatum at the end and he was like,
it was
dominatrix.
End of the World or something like that.
It kind of reminded me of
The
that.
End. Was it just the end?
It might have been.
No, it's...
I don't know. But that's the vibe this movie gave off as they were killing people one
was it
by
not?
one.
It wasn't just the end?
It's not the world's end. It's something in the end. Fuck, I don't know. But Michael Cera has the best acting in that movie ever.
Yeah. He's just a douche.
Rihanna
like
slaps the shit out of him.
It's so good. So good.
He's getting the two girls, one in the front, one in the back or whatever. Like, that's fucking hilarious. Because at that time, Michael Cera is like that nice guy, whatever. And all of a sudden, is it the World's End? What the fuck is it?
I'm looking it up.
It's not the
right
World's
now.
End. The World's End is
Simon Pegg. It might be the end.
It's
something stupid like
that.
And it doesn't even.
This is the end.
This is the end. Oh, we're fucking idiots.
This is the end.
Whatever.
This is the end.
Mars Attacks plot. Earth is invaded by Martians with unbeatable weapons and a cruel sense of humor.
I know.
That's true.
I feel like there's so many gunshot at that first scene when they landed, and none of them got hit.
Which weird. There's a bunch of parts where they get hit with like bullets and they die, but then there's other parts where they get hit with bullets and they're
it
like,
doesn't.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Maybe the caliber matters.
Maybe they don't really address that.
No,
they don't address shit.
They don't address.
I don't think it matters though. And you know what? Maybe that's the whole idea of is like it's plot armor, right? Like we don't need to be shot right now, so we're not going to get shot because this is a stupid fucking movie that nothing matters.
And that's exactly what this whole movie is. And I think everyone knew that was in it. And there was nothing serious about this. I'm pretty sure they told everyone to overact.
Yeah.
It was
They were
great.
like, fuck it.
They told
like,
everybody.
Y'all are getting paid, so.
Yeah.
They told everybody but Jack Nicholson to overact.
Well, he just overacts
He doesn't need
all
to
the
be
time
told.
anyways.
Right,
But, well, even hit that last little monologue before he gets shanked
Where
by
they
the
shake
hand.
his hand.
Amazing.
I was like, he might be actually even more, he might be overacting for him
Right. Like
now.
he's like, I got to get the paycheck here, so let me actually do some acting here.
Maybe.
It was
Maybe
fun. You're
that's what it
right,
was.
though. Like, the aliens did have
One
a
take, I'll
sense
do
of
it
humor on it because they just, we come in peace, bam.
Hilarious. It's like they remind me of my son. They're like a bunch of little trolls.
Yep.
Dude,
You know what I'm
okay, so
saying?
last night while I'm watching the movie with my wife, I was like, I swear to God, this movie is just about people trying to just do stuff funny and kill people because they can. Like, they're
Exactly.
trolls before trolls were a thing.
Yep.
Someone just wanted to throw money away with this movie, I think.
They're
like, I want to make this, and so fuck it.
It's so good. It's so bad.
on paper,
bad that
on
it's so
paper, and when this came out, this movie was great. Obviously, looking through today's eyes, it doesn't hold up as good, but the idea of it is still great to me. I mean, you have these aliens coming down, and like, look at all the other alien movies that came out. Like, Independence Day is almost the same movie as this,
I thought
right?
the kid from that was the kid at the end. Arguably the main kid that saves his grandma. I thought it was the same guy that was
with the dark
pilot's
hair,
daughter,
the son,
or
the son.
I thought it was the same
So
guy,
in that-
and I couldn't. I saw that kid, and I was like, "Wait, this is not right. I don't remember this at all."
Right. And that's what I wanted to say. Like, there's so many correlations between Independence Day and this movie. It's in the desert. Like, the families are with the outcast, like, people and, like, all this stuff and going back and forth.
The trailer
between-
park family,
Right, exactly. And in my brain, just
My
like
brain.
you, I always felt like they overlapped, but I've seen Independence Day way more.
Yeah.
So, like, I could never figure out what part I was missing almost.
Yeah.
I got you.
Do you?
I think so. I'm still like trying to hang on to the parts of these movies. This movie is ridiculous. It's so fucking ridiculous the whole time. The lady that the Martian dressed, that one
when
felt like a
she's-
horror movie to me.
Yeah.
Now that
hair-
I watched it again, the way she moved,
Yep.
I was like, oh, that's so creepy.
The best part, the best
So
part,
creepy.
it comes out of nowhere.
It does.
Right? Like, there's no plan. You don't see them, like, doing
No,
stuff.
and there's no explanation like the gum thing. Like, you assume they need the gum because they don't have the.
Well, that's the explanation they came up
Or the
with, right?
thing,
Is with
yeah.
a nitrogen-based whatever, and that's,
But like,
I'm glad they said that. 'cause
and
it's
then
the only thing
and
that
then
makes
the
sense.
where did they? So they just can dress up as humans and walk around. Then, like, that's cool.
Well, okay, so if you break it down and we want to get deep
She's
in
just
this.
in the street.
They seem
Of DC.
humanoid.
Hold on. So they grab what's-her-face's body, right,
Yeah.
and put the dog's head on it. They're doing experiments and they're figuring out the anatomy. So essentially, they probably made some type of humanoid alien suit that this alien goes in, because, I mean, he rips the face off,
Yeah.
right, and like all this stuff. So,
Well,
right.
it had that huge hair.
Yes,
Right.
it looked. It
But
looked
if you look
fake.
at like the aliens of the top, like his anatomy, they still had a humanoid-esque face. So if you do it just right,
It looked
you,
like
can get it right in there.
the hair looked like if you could knock on it. Like, it looked like
Yeah,
it was
100%.
made of
It
plastic.
it was not hair, yeah. It
Yeah.
was something. It was a hat. A hat of hair.
He was a
Still
goober.
creepy as shit.
He
though.
was also a goober the whole movie. Martin Short.
Oh, Martin Short is
He was-
amazing in anything he ever does.
You
Just
would
that
say
like random part at
You
the
would say
beginning
that.
where he pulls up to the prostitutes.
It's great.
But just
what
so
movie did
random.
we watch that he was in?
Jungle to Jungle.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And you know what's funny?
that's what it
The
was.
fish.
Oh,
Right? So think about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Mimi Siku fucking cooks his fish, and he ends up, I don't know if he eats the one at the end or whatnot, but he like gets it in the tin foil and he keeps it. But in this movie, he's looking at fish too. And this movie came out like almost around the same time as Jungle to Jungle.
Oh man, maybe that's the same fish.
Maybe.
They cooked it after.
Maybe he's like in his closet.
We don't
acting.
need him anymore.
I need my fish to go with me on set, so might as well put him in the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Where to watch this guy? For free, it is on Pluto TV. Anywhere else with a subscription? Nope. You got to rent this bitch on YouTube, Vudu, Apple TV, Google Play, and Amazon.
Which is funny because it doesn't seem like it would be worth.
I want to say this
Money.
was on Netflix
Not even a little
forever, and then it's just randomly not on there now.
I had this in a DVD, a Walmart bin DVD pack from back
okay,
in the
that's
day.
fine.
But
It was like $5
yeah, but it was like 5 movies. It was like 5
together.
movies for like
For
$5.
$5.
Yeah, so I have it. I have it in my little DVD collection.
I mean,
my
that's
stash.
that makes sense.
It
I mean, that's fine.
actually didn't cost me anything because I guess I had an Amazon purchase recently where I got a digital. You know, they sometimes give you like the digital. So like when I went to rent it, I was like, fine, $3.99, and it was like $0. I was like,
Sweet.
Win.
thank God I don't have to pay for this garbage.
Oh. Who are you, Brent?
Garbage.
Oh.
Yes, basically.
Right. This is written by Jonathan Gems. He has nothing of note besides this movie, and he's also a playwright, but nothing big, nothing whatever. He's also ghost wrote some scripts for Tim Burton, but nothing.
I got a little Tim Burton vibe from this. I like a small one.
I mean, it is directed by Tim
yeah,
Burton.
so-
Yeah,
Oh, well, sorry.
yeah.
Good job, though. Good
Yeah,
job
I was
picking
gonna
that
say
up.
that later.
That's either a compliment to you or him, right? Because
Either or.
I guess. It does have a very...
He does have a type.
It's his music when it kicks in on certain
Danny
parts
Elfman.
is completely identifiable.
Ooh.
Oh, you
Oh.
this is your first time having
My first
one.
time having a Twisted Tea blueberry. This
Wait,
is,
can I have one?
Yeah.
I love Twisted
Wait,
Tea. Not
yeah?
as much as
Can
you
I
do.
have one?
No, listen.
This is a
So
blueberry.
actually, good news.
Oh.
I just found out from
Did you get sponsored?
The Twisted
No.
Tea distributor.
one of the bar owners that we know that blueberry is coming
Which
now
bar?
to Southern Maryland
Which
finally.
bar? Is it Seabreeze?
No, it's not here
nickname's
yet.
Blueberry.
But there are some I guess liquor stores that are starting to get them, so some of the bars can start getting them soon.
Smoother, right?
This is delightful.
Delightful.
Yep.
What a good, yeah. Twisted
I've
Tea
been
blueberry.
able to get them in Pennsylvania and Delaware, and I stock up when I find them. So I have a bunch like stockpiled in my garage.
We'll
So they
send
got
you-
peach, they
send
got
you two.
raspberry.
Now blueberry.
They have the half
that
and
it?
half.
Half and half.
They also, again, which you wouldn't find around here, but I've seen passion fruit. I've seen blackberry.
I've seen blackberry, yes.
You're like the Twisted Tea aficionado, right? Like you just know.
Yeah.
Every time I follow your social medias, and you're like, "Oh, fucking, I'm camping with my
I'm getting
Twisted Tea."
twisted.
I just drink it.
My goal is to
100%.
be on one of these. I want to be.
One of
You
the
want to
back
be
of
on the
I
bottle?
want to be in a picture.
Oh, there's
so,
pictures. I didn't even notice.
So my thought is, here's my plan right now. So
Show us how you unwind with a
Twisted
twist.
Tea actually sent me free stuff
Oh.
last year.
Oh,
I tagged them in like one of my videos on stage singing, and I had a Twisted Tea in my hand, and I made a joke, and I was like, "Really, Terry? You couldn't have taken 2 seconds to?" Because I was guessing it wasn't my show, and I was like,
Oh.
"Really, Terry? You
So
couldn't have
you could
taken
have
2
plugged.
seconds to?" Because I'm up there like with my bottle, looking like
a little plug.
Johnny Depp, Captain Sparrow, just like with my bottle. And so I
And the
tagged them in it,
monkey
and they messaged me, and they were like, what's your address? We want to send you a Twisted Tea onesie and a sweatshirt.
That's badass.
A Twisted Tea onesie.
Yes, I have one.
Why aren't
Oh
you
my
just
God.
wearing that every
So
time you
here's
go
my
outside?
thought.
That feels like it'd
Here's
be-
my thought to try to get on the bottle. At one of our shows in like when it's cooler, I'm going to wear it,
You're gonna look like a giant baby.
and I'm also going to bring my Twisted Tea sunglasses.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
And I'm gonna be holding a mic in one hand, Twisted Tea in the other, and someone needs to get a good shot. I'm gonna send that shit to them.
So current onesies, is it like the old school butt flap?
There's no butt flap.
is it a
it-
zipper?
It zips in the front.
Oh, okay.
Is it like a tight onesie?
No, it's so comfortable.
Is it, so it's like a sweater onesie.
It's a
Okay, I was thinking like the Green Man onesies where
it's
they're
more like
skin tight.
it's more like fleece. It's not like
Oh, okay,
sweater.
okay.
It's more like fleece, but it's definitely it's unisex, so it is kind of big on me, but
Yeah.
it's so cozy.
fleeced
I need a
Twisted
onesie.
Tea
so
onesie.
I'd kill it if I had a
Onesie. We need moo-moos. That's what we need.
It's so comfortable.
They'd have to slap 2 bed sheets together to make a onesie for me.
I'm not even kidding. I think when I got it, I wore it because it was also like still pandemic time. I was wearing it
Pandemic.
like multiple times a week, just sitting around my house.
That sounds like fun.
Nice.
The old Twisted Tea. I like
Yeah.
it. So again, we talked about this. This is directed by Tim Burton. This movie feels very Beetlejuicy to me. Like the color palette, the way that woman looks that we were just talking about with the robot, like her face and everything.
It's so
or
fucking
her,
creepy.
Well, her makeup even like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
looks very. Even the way the aliens look, right? Like they kind of have that weird.
Their eyes are very like shifty.
Well, you know
too.
the shrunken head dude at the end of Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Doesn't his eyes look
Kind
just
of,
like
yeah.
the eyes?
He does have like those big old eyes, yeah.
Was that was like puppet stuff though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or towards the end?
But yeah, it wasn't like a real
This was
person,
all pretty
like a
much
small head,
CG.
if that's what you're saying.
CGI.
Not all of it, but mostly
lot
is
of it,
CGI.
yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely real
Humans.
humans. Yes, there's real humans in this.
I bet you this
But-
cost a lot.
We're gonna
we
guess.
gonna
We're
get
gonna
there.
we gonna get there.
Well, especially like all the people in it.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people in this movie. There's also a lot of set pieces. There's just a lot of everything in
Exactly.
this movie. Let's be real. I mean, they had to make the
Locations,
White House.
yeah.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. The White House doesn't blow up in this movie though, which I
No,
was a
not-
little. I wanted that to happen
this time.
because of Independence Day. Like You know, could this been like one of the first spoof movies before like Scary Movie and all this shit? 'Cause
So what
think
was the
about it.
time frame? You said it was around.
Well, we haven't got there yet.
Oh, okay.
We can if we
There
want
had to have been.
I was just
spoof
curious, like
movies
when,
before
like
this.
from Independence Day to.
So this was
This.
released on December 13th, 1996.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
damn.
pretty sure Independence Day was July of 96.
So they would have had to already have
Right?
the concept.
July fucking 3rd or 2nd.
Before
It was
Independence Day.
Independence Day that Independence Day came out, right?
Well, no, it was before it.
Really?
Yeah, because they wanted people
'Cause
to
it didn't-
go to Independence or whatever.
Oh,
Go
I guess
see it
yeah.
on Independence Day. So
Not skipping the fireworks.
fucking
Yeah,
96.
their opening day would have been like
Yeah, I didn't think that through.
$5.
I definitely didn't think that through.
One lonely person came to see it.
July 3rd, 1996.
Oh,
So one day before.
But I still
Smart.
feel like that's not enough. That wasn't early enough to where they got the idea to spoof it.
not with
Not
the
necessarily.
amount of stuff they put into Mars Attacks.
Well,
No.
you gotta
That's what I'm saying.
think
Like,
it's
they
not.
would have had a lot to do. I feel like.
Well, no, it's not a lot. Well, think about this. A movie doesn't come out and then you go, let's spoof that because you're already in Hollywood. You know these people, right? So you've probably
I would
seen that
say
movie or seen
most-
the script or whatnot. So you could spoof it based on that.
Well, most spoofing happens after something becomes like
Big.
yeah, well,
whatever.
pop culture.
Yeah.
So that's when
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
spoofing
no, I'm not
happens.
saying
Because
that.
you wouldn't want to plan a spoof and then the actual movie do
Little
bad.
medley,
No one's
yeah.
gonna want to see the spoof.
Sure. I'm not saying that this movie is a direct spoof of a movie. I'm
You're
just
saying it could be.
It could be,
Yeah.
hey, we found out about these things and let's try and do the exact same stuff, but be a little bit different.
This felt like,
Like
just
dumber.
like a funny comic book to me. The majority of it felt like a weird, funny comic book.
Well, to me, it feels like it's like an old school riff off of like the 50s, not comic books, but like comic strips of like sci-fi stuff. And like that's why, you have those flying saucers look the way they
always
do or
think-
whatever.
I always sink into
The couch
this
is-
couch.
I know.
Yeah.
You see me. I'm
They're so
like,
comfy.
I've slept on this for years.
And I'm already so short, so when I start to sink,
It's shorter.
I'm trying not to like go too far out of frame. I'm like
You do you.
Ron jamming it over here right now.
I'm over here. So this is starring, and I'm not going to go through everybody in the
Oh
movie,
my
just the
God.
major
yeah,
players.
'cause- yeah.
So we got Jack Nicholson. Let me try that again. Jack Nicholson as President James Dale and Art Land. He's playing a dual role. I
Yeah.
don't know if you noticed that.
Yep.
I think so. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's the Vegas guy.
Yeah, the guy who's trying to
The
sell
Vegas
the Galaxy Hotel.
Mongol or whatever.
Or the Galaxy, is it a hotel or casino? Or maybe it's both.
I think it's
Probably
both.
both.
Probably
Most of them are both.
I want to get to.
I think he already owned the casino and he was building
I
a hotel, maybe?
don't know. It doesn't matter.
Or opening a hotel? Something like
Glenn Close as the First Lady, Marcia Dale. Pierce Brosnan as Professor Donald Kessler. Sarah Jessica Parker as, and it's Nathalie, not Natalie. Everywhere I
But
looked
she
has a
said
TH.
Natalie.
I know, but everywhere I looked has a TH.
Maybe the H is silent
But why put
like
it
in
that way?
Sarah.
because everyone spells her name just dumb as shit.
Okay, Natalie Lake. Martin Short as Press Secretary Jerry Ross. Michael J. Fox as Jason Stone. What a good name.
Ooh.
Oh, Jason Stone. Danny DeVito is the rude gambler because he doesn't have a fucking
An
name.
actual name.
Kind of
Right.
perfect.
It's
Yeah.
very true. Annette Bening as Barbara Land. Natalie Portman as Taffy Dale. Jim Brown as Byron Williams. Jack Black as Billy Glenn Norris. And
Again for like
Tom
30
Jones as Tom Jones.
That's still one of my favorite
It's
parts
so
of
random.
it. Didn't be loved by anyone.
And the
then-
aliens are like
They're doing it in the background. Fucking
on
it's
the
hilarious.
stage.
Hilarious. PG-13 is the rating on this guy for sci-fi violence and brief sexuality.
There's no blood in this, is there?
There is not.
Well, because you don't really bleed, you just kind of,
You evaporate, or you're
and you either
then
turn red or green based on
green
what gun they
skeleton. Yeah.
use.
Yeah, I was gonna put this in my.
Apparently.
I was gonna put this in my fun facts, but they originally it was supposed to be a lot bloodier and a lot like crazier with the deaths and things.
They find it unnecessary.
Well, they said we wanted it to be a PG-13 movie to have a wider audience, so they kind of took it all out of
Just
there.
like, never mind, we won't.
Right. Which I kind of want to see a fucking movie where we have these trolls that are coming in from another planet,
Yes.
running around with a
Literally
voice
just-
changer or translator saying, "I'm here to help," blah blah, blah, while killing everybody.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Runtime on this guy is 106 minutes. A little longer than
Little
it
long.
needs to be.
Yep.
I will say, though, the beginning of the movie I liked more than once they invaded.
I agree.
right? Like I like the whole.
I liked
hey-
more the easing in parts than when it implodes.
right. Well,
It feels like a huge montage after that.
Yeah.
Well, it does. And I do like watching the first part knowing what's happening later. Like all these people being more like, hey, even Pierce Brosnan's character is like, no. This is what they, they're peaceful or they're nice or we need to do this.
Maybe it's
and
a
all this.
misunderstanding. and
Right,
blah, blah, blah.
exactly. And then the one lady on the hood of the car at the, thinking like they're here to save us and all this stuff. Like I liked all that because we knew where it was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're here to fuck
Just
shit up
kidding.
on purpose. Maybe it was the pigeon. They don't have birds.
That was a
maybe.
dove.
It was a
number
sign of
one.
war.
Right.
Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe they don't like birds. But in their thing that they sent,
Yeah.
like I paid more attention to it this time, and they say something about winged half bird something in their like the first thing that they
okay. Yeah.
send out.
Oh, where they can't understand what it's saying. Like it's saying stuff, but
they're-
just randomly.
and the
yeah.
thing's like semi-translating it, and it does say something about
right.
like
You're right, it
half-breed
does.
bird something. And then there's that one part later where they see the symbol of the eagle
Mm-hmm.
in the White House on the floor or whatever when she's in there.
Oh,
And they're
so
like,
maybe it was legitimate.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think there's a bigger.
And then remember she's trying to get, he's trying to, I say she because it was dressed as a woman, but he's taking
I
the
don't think anyone
president
cares.
and the bird distracts
yeah,
him.
and he shoots.
Yeah.
the
And he
bird.
turns
yeah.
really quickly and shoots the bird.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
birds.
I
for
like
sure.
how there could be a bigger story in the movie that they're not explaining. I like that. I like subtle, random shit that's not
Yeah,
explained.
like you notice it, but they're not explaining why they
Right.
don't like birds.
Well, think about it. There's no explanation at all for
Any of it.
what they are.
Like, why are
They-
you here?
They say where they came from, like the trenches of Mars, because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't see that or anything. But I like how they whip up this translator super quick with no explanation, and they can just figure it out.
And it just knows what they.
And the guy's like trying to get it to work at the beginning, and then just hits it. He's like, "All right, we're good." Like it's
You're
fucking
good.
funny.
Go ahead.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah, and those are the things that work for me about this movie. I love slapstick comedy. I love shit that just doesn't make sense, but we're gonna do it anyways. That's what this movie does well. I don't like
Anything else?
how.
This was a bridge from like old comedy styles to new comedy.
That's what I'm
styles.
saying. Like, there's a weird disconnect where, like, you know where the
There's a
story's
fly.
going. Yeah, there's one fly down here that just likes everything.
It's beyond.
There's the disconnect of like I know where the story's going, even if this is the first time I'm seeing it, because it's not trying to be anything that it's not. Right? You know that.
Yeah.
You know, like even
It's a comedy movie.
it's a comedy movie, and you know that we're gonna win in the end or whatnot, or,
Yeah, exactly.
or something stupid's gonna happen to figure out that this is how we
Oh
kill
my
them,
God.
which they do figure out that it was something stupid to kill them. But the part in which they figure out how to kill them is the funniest and I think the best part of the movie, and what it shows what these aliens actually are, and that they're giant fucking trolls. It's in my neck right now. I don't know what it's.
Like when
Got that
you
fly.
talk about when with grandma and the
Right,
little,
they're
country
bringing
bucket
noise.
they're
music.
bringing
Yeah, the
up
sound.
in that huge motherfucking whatever ray and putting it right behind her head, right? And they're like, all right, right now, we're gonna fucking do it. And they're all laughing and
It's
geeking out with
hilarious.
each other,
Hilarious.
right? Waiting for this to happen. That to me shows exactly what they're here for.
Yeah. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's a fruit fly probably because we're drinking these nice twisted fruity teas and it wants some. So there's a flute fly down here. It's just doing its thing. This was released, like we said, December 13th, 1996. I don't know why you put this in December,
That is kind of weird.
right? Like, why
I
would
feel like I remember that for some reason, and came out when I was a baby.
Well,
Not a baby, not
Right,
literally,
right.
but like a little wee lad.
a little lad. No, I feel like this should be like an October movie.
This is also terrifying as a kid seeing
Oh.
any portion of this. Do you remember that when you were
Well,
younger?
So
It
their
was.
faces look like skeletons, right? So
It's
it is.
fucking- it's
It's
creepy
freaky
as shit.
Yeah, and their
Plus
eyeballs
the people
not
turn
blinking.
to like they literally evaporate into,
Yeah.
and all their skeleton is all that's left.
red or green
Also, when they
skeletons.
put the dog's head on the woman and the woman's head on the dog, like that's all very traumatizing.
As a child, yes, I will give you that. That seeing their heads rolling around together while they're trying to like profess their love
love
for each
you.
other, it's fucking funny.
This is like a couple years after like those big Disney movies, like Toy Story and
Yeah.
Lion King. This is
Yeah.
like 2 years after that. So like,
Pretty much.
that's how young we were. Oh, he's coming after me now.
Oh God,
I'm gonna bite this.
he's
thing out of the
everywhere. I'm gonna
That's
bite-
what I'm afraid. I'm just gonna inhale it.
That's funny. This was filmed from February 26, 1996 through June 1st, 1996 in Las Vegas, Kansas, D.C., Arizona, Buenos Aires, Argentina, and Randy's Donuts in Inglewood, California.
So it was only half a year.
I like how they put Randy's Donuts in there
I know,
specifically.
yeah.
Okay, I can't.
I can't with this fly. We're gonna kill him. I want to know, where was the part in Argentina? What fucking?
Maybe one of the deserts.
Or was it the end when they're in Lake Tahoe, but it's not?
That could have been it. Like grandma-ish.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying
I
to
have no
think
idea.
back. Like, there's nothing really crazy. Obviously, they go to the Taj Mahal a couple times, but that's fake as shit.
Oh,
yeah.
I like when the ambassador in France or whatever
that's
it calls him.
He's
And
like,
he's
we're
like,
about
they're
to reach an
here
agreement.
and he's like, get out.
God, Jack Nicholson is really good in this movie, though.
He's hilarious.
But what movie is Jack Nicholson not good in?
Oh, so comedy movies that he's done. What was it? Anger Management
Amazing.
With Adam
is one of
Sandler.
my favorite comedy movies.
And then
Pretty. Oh, so pretty.
Goose Fraba.
That is fucking funny, yeah.
the rubbing of the ears.
I'm just trying to think of like
It's so
other
good.
movies that he's bad in. And I don't think there's a movie that I've like watched him where I'm like,
No, I don't think so.
No, I mean, and I wouldn't, even movies that weren't like his big, I wouldn't say that he was bad. It was just the character wasn't, like he couldn't really do as much with it.
I get what you're saying, but
Like there was a movie, it's called How Do You Know? It's got Reese Witherspoon, Owen Wilson, Paul Rudd. And
Is it a chick flick? Is this like Paul Rudd chick
it's
flick?
kind of a it's kind of a chick flick, but
just
Jack
told-
Nicholson plays Paul Rudd's dad. And Paul Rudd
I love
helps
Paul Rudd.
run. I love Paul Rudd, but Paul Rudd helps him run his company, and all of a sudden, Paul Rudd's being sued for fraud, which you end up finding out
Was the dad's fault?
the dad knew.
Yeah.
But the dad was just going to let him take the fall for it. But he's good at what he does in the movie, but it's not it's not one of his like.
Yeah.
He couldn't do as much that he would.
If he
normally
does
do.
have any bad at movies, they're completely overshadowed by every amazing
else.
movie he's done.
agreed.
Yeah. Cuckoo's Nest. The Shining.
The Shining,
Like,
yeah,
shut the fuck up. You know?
Batman.
Batman. Exactly. Yeah. Iconic.
I think I ate it.
Oh, well, that's protein, so you're good. Budget time.
Didn't taste like a fruit.
What do we think it costs to make Mars Attacks?
A lot.
96. I would say,
Like
if I didn't know
60
because I'm
mil.
staring at it,
Like
she's
60
going
mil.
60 already.
Yeah.
Wally, you can
I'm gonna go 70
go 70 on the dot.
on the dot.
On the dot.
Why you keep asking me that?
Probably because that's what it
I'm
is.
just asking.
Probably
I don't know.
because that's
It's
what
random.
it fucking is.
Yeah, on the dot. Don't make me
So,
change it.
so the budget is estimated at 70 million.
That's a first time
Look at this guy.
ever that
If I
I've
had an
gotten
applause
it
button, I
right.
still had. I'd give it to you, but I don't. Good for you.
I kind of feel
I
like
probably
Dee
wouldn't have
did.
guessed that if she didn't guess 60.
You're welcome.
Yep, thank
60
you.
sounds too low. I'm gonna go 70.
I just knew it was high. It had to
You,
have
you
been.
know what though? That for 96,
Yeah.
this type of movie, take out half the cast. Is it as fucking? Is it as much? Probably not. But there's still a lot here.
I didn't eat it.
I wonder
it's
if this
still
was
here,
like.
unless there's more than one.
I'm curious. I'm curious if this ever happens. Like, you're allotted this amount of money to do this movie. Obviously, you can cast whoever. I wonder if they chucked it up in the air to see if anyone bit. Like any
Like they didn't
actors
go
were
hunting
like-
for them. They just put it out there
It
to
feels
see.
like they're so random. Everyone's so random.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. People are like, "Oh, that sounds kind of fun. I'll do this." A little. You can have me for 6 minutes of screen time.
Right,
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
So I guess Jack Nicholson was like one of the first involved, I think is what I read. And so he played the two roles. I read he wanted to play like most of the roles.
Oh, that
Like he wanted it wanted to be like an Eddie Murphy situation. Like he wanted to play
the Nutty Professor.
a lot of characters.
Oh, damn it! Now I need to see.
Throw this knife down the crack of your ass.
I need to see a Nutty Professor, but with Jack Nicholson just doing everything.
I can quote that whole table scene. You're gonna walk over, but you're gonna limp back.
But like he wanted
seen
to.
that movie in
That's
so
what I
long.
read is he wanted to do more than just the two. He wanted to be like.
I would love that because he seems like he could do like multiple personalities all day, every day.
I got him.
I would like to.
I got him. I fucking got him right on the thing.
Unless there's more than one.
There's probably more than one.
It's a team. It's a team effort.
We're taking them out one by one.
It's a war.
Team effort.
Jesus Christ. Okay, box office. What do we think it rakes in?
Oh my God, not that much.
Really?
I thought it did a lot. I remember this being kind of a big movie.
I don't want to say not that much. I just mean not. I don't think they made a lot of money.
100 million.
Like over what they spent. That's what I was
okay,
gonna
think about
say.
this though.
That's what I was gonna say.
Tim Burton is coming off of what? Everything,
your
right?
mind.
This is during Tim Burton's heyday. Like, who wouldn't want to go see this movie, right? Who's in it? Everybody's fucking in it. That's big in the 90s, minus Tom Cruise.
I'm standing by 100. I don't care what Wally said. That's what he took my answer. I was supposed to go first.
Oh.
Well, then 101. I'll do 105 just so I don't
Are you
seem
gonna
too
do? You're
dickish.
gonna do the Price is Right? I'm gonna do 101.
Well, I thought that was like a
The
decent
closest
high.
without
It could
going
be a
over.
lot more than that too. I remember this being a relatively large movie, but I don't know. 105.
So I remember it being everybody knew this movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean everybody went and saw
Yeah.
it
Or liked it.
or liked it, but I remember everybody talking.
Yeah, but
about
you don't
it.
have to like it for the box office to make money.
Nope.
Very true, because you
'Cause
can
you
go
still
see
paid
it.
to see
right,
it.
Right. Just like Jurassic World Dominion.
I still don't want to hear about it. I know that people are saying it's bad. I'm still going to watch it.
One
I'm
of the
still
worst
gonna
movies
watch
I've
it.
ever seen in my life.
I'm still going to watch it because I need to finish it out. You know what I mean? Like I can't just leave one
Oh no, watch it. for sure.
unwatched.
Watch it, but it's bad.
It's on Amazon or HBO Max or something now.
Is it?
Well, to rent, you just got to pay. Like
Don't give them the money.
Uncharted's on Netflix.
I saw that, and I'm gonna
It's
watch
good.
it again.
I watched
we
it again,
watched
yeah.
it.
Even though I fucking
I liked it.
downloaded it, still I'm gonna watch it again because it's fucking good. It's fucking good.
Enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Whispering.
Box office.
Opening weekend, it made $9.3 million. Overall, Wally should have went with his gut. $101.3 million.
If I would have hit that twice,
Oof.
I did that because I didn't want you to think that I was overbidding, which is exactly what I
You
exactly
still
what
did
I
that.
was
You
doing.
still did that.
Well, I would have just kept going higher.
200 million.
105, 106.
$1 million.
$1 million. Box office that week. The top 10.
Top 10.
Number 10, The English Patient.
I don't know what that is.
He's
It's
English.
a movie that they made fun of on Seinfeld a lot.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's not a good movie. Well,
I mean, it got top 10, bro.
it's a decent movie that a lot of people went and saw. How about
Okay.
This is winter time too, right?
that? Yes, this
Yeah.
is December, what did I say, 10th?
Are there any
13th?
Christmas?
13th.
Are there any Christmas movies on this list?
There has to be.
There's got to be.
Wally's favorite Christmas movie is on this list.
Jingle All the Way. Is that on there?
I don't know. Number 9,
Shouldn't you know your favorite Christmas movie?
Space Jam.
Oh,
One of the one of the best
sports
albums,
movies. Oh.
like movie albums of
see.
all time.
Yeah.
We reviewed that movie.
We
on
got a
on
basketball Jones.
Basketball Jones.
We got a
Even the
basketball
Space Jam
Jones.
song. Welcome to the Space Jam.
Here's
So
your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. All right, all right. See, she's fucking
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Let's cover that.
I mean,
The Seals version of
Kiss from a Rose.
No.
no,
I
I don't give a
believe.
fuck. I love
I
that
can-
song.
Seals version of I Believe I Can Fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
She's
I
got it.
believe
Yeah.
I can fly.
So good.
I know it. I got this.
By the way, the only thing I want to say about Space Jam, besides
don't you say anything fucking bad about Space Jam, Steve.
About J Spam.
About Spam
Jay's Bam, I can believe that Michael Jordan could be sucked through a golf ball hole into Toontown. What I can't believe is the move or the fucking
New one.
no,
LeBron
no,
James?
no. The fucking house that they tried to sell me was his house in that movie.
It wasn't. Oh yeah,
trying
it
to make
wasn't.
him
It
not-
wasn't. It was like in a normal
yeah, yeah.
neighborhood and everything.
That movie
Have
had
you
like
seen that man has like 5 houses.
That's
He's
what I'm
a
saying.
bajillionaire.
there's no way he was living on the corner of bumfuck nowhere in Chicago.
I never watched the
with
new
a
one.
3-store with a 3-room, 2-bathroom house.
That was a couple years into him having his shoes too. There's no way.
Couple years.
A bajillion dollars.
96.
I
he
didn't-
got his shoe deal in like 88.
3 Peats.
Maybe they
You know
didn't
what
have
I'm
a big
saying? Like, he
budget.
was
Do you
big,
remember
but
what
he
the
wasn't
budget
big.
was? Maybe they didn't
Space
have a
Jam?
big budget.
It was Warner Brothers in the 90s.
So
it was
good.
huge.
So good.
Oh.
It was huge.
I haven't watched the new one, and I'm probably not going to.
It's terrible.
Let me tell you something. Don't do it.
I already
Steve-
said
Steve-
that I
Steve
wasn't.
has a lot of the worst movies of all
Listen,
time.
I already. Okay,
That's one of them.
Steve. It's still here.
She just fucking.
You want me to get some fly
Steve,
tape?
could
What are we
you
doing?
edit in the kung fu fighting music to that
Everybody
with
wants
her
kung
trying to
fu
swat this fly?
fighting.
I think
Look at my nails.
I think that would be the perfect.
Because
they're
they're
blank?
yellow. Because they're yellow.
That'd be the perfect clip,
weird.
Steve.
Yeah, it would be.
Her, like,
What? I'm gonna do a supercut of just her fucking trying to fight all these motherfucking flies,
that would be the.
Well,
best.
there's also probably so much of me with my eyes crossed, just like
looking for flies.
looking for the fly.
All right, so we're gonna do a cool fly hunting song.
Must not be
I don't know.
sweet enough.
I don't know what that fly hunting song would be. What's a
I'm
good?
telling you, just everyone kung fu fighting.
Just a
just getting their slam.
I just want to fly.
No, not that.
That's
number
actually pretty good.
number 8,
Okay.
ransom.
Is that the Bruce Willis
I
movie?
don't fucking know. I just should have.
I have no idea either.
Yeah.
I'll look. Don't
I always
worry.
get curious with these, and then I'm just like,
Don't worry.
Me too, because I'm writing these notes up and I'm like, ransom. Why does that sound familiar?
fuck it.
Mel Gibson. I don't know. Next,
It's like you have like 5 dudes to pick from, and
It
you're
is Mel
mostly like,
Gibson.
look at me.
It is Mel
You're so
Gibson.
stupid.
I
You
didn't
knew.
even know.
There's no way. There's
I
no
didn't.
way, dude.
I just saw something in my brain with like a face of Mel Gibson and fucking ransom underneath.
That's what it is.
Is
He's
it?
like leaning.
Oh my
and
god.
It's like,
Oh my god. I've been to Blockbuster too many times as a child, and I've seen it.
There's no way.
No,
There's
is it
I
like kind
trust
of
you, it's
red?
fine.
no, it's blue.
It's blue. All right.
The word ransom, I think, was red. If that helps.
Something in the air today, Miss Golsey.
Something.
I'm blurry.
It's because you keep putting your hand close. I got to change the focus on that. Randy told me.
I fixed it.
Oh,
Don't worry.
focus is too much. Fucking cameras.
Fucking did the SpongeBob
Fixed it.
around world,
Number 7.
around town. Or
Speaking of
whatever.
around the world, they do that in this movie, right?
yes,
They do
No, it's
that.
the international sign for donut.
Well, but they do it after
That's
they
why he's
kill the
like-
fucking president, though.
that's why he does that.
When they,
or no, his
they
hands
plant-
open. I
So hold
think.
on. When they kill the
No,
president,
It's just a finger.
In the beginning, I believe his hands open.
No.
Are you
he does
sure?
it like that. I just watched it today.
I
So,
would.
yeah.
Well, it's
Oh,
like
wait,
I
I'm
watched
off
it on
the
my
screen.
phone today too, as on the way home.
That's it. You know me too well, buddy.
It's definitely with.
Just
It's
punching
definitely
over
like
like
this.
I fucking can't see.
He does it like this. It's like he's
Shut-
drawing
shut.
it.
Yeah. So when they kill the president at the end
not
with the
what it
with the
is.
arm that goes through him and the flag comes out, the flag has a circle around a pyramid. So I feel like that right. That's what they're doing. Is they're like that's their salute to their flag.
Sure.
I don't know. Just spitballing here.
That guy,
We should call
the
Tim
kid
Burton
in
an
the
ass.
donut shop, he was like, he's doing the international sign for donut.
which is the
In
international
Randy's
sign. I mean,
Donuts.
It just makes it up. Perfect.
that's what I'm gonna do to my wife whenever I need donuts. Just
I'm sure that'll roll over real well.
she'll look at me and go,
She'll go.
Get
"Shut
the fuck
your
up.
yeah, get them yourself, motherfucker."
Get the fuck up.
Number 7, Star Trek: First Contact.
Ooh. I don't remember. I've seen all of them, but I can't remember which one that is.
So
think
far,
that's
this
the Next
this
Generation,
list
first
is
Next
not
Generation? Oh, is
something
it?
that hits home with me.
All right, number 6,
So
Wally's
far.
favorite Christmas
oh my
movie.
Jesus!
What is it?
Jingle All the Way.
Yes, it is. Jingle all the way.
My uncle worked on that movie.
Yes. Tell us again. He was the key grip? No, he was the.
got a fucking key grip.
Who's the key grip on
Anyone
this
got a
movie?
key grip here? No, he erased all the strings holding up Turbo Man.
Oh, so he was a visual effects
Behind the
artist.
scenes.
Yeah. So he would go in there. So and there's tons of strings in that.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
think about them flying away and everything. So he'd go in there. He had a whole company in L.A. and he would go in there and he worked on a ton of movies, but this is like the one I remember. Did that, shipped it out.
Frame by frame.
How
deleted.
advanced that suit was that he could dress up as him and fly off. Like,
Super
He was
advanced.
Arnold. Let's be real. Are we talking about the same movie?
it wasn't his suit though.
Doesn't
He
matter.
took the suit and put it on.
It had the
It's
Iron
Turbo
Man.
Man's fucking suit. It did have the Iron Man,
No.
the,
Well,
the red, the
yeah,
hot rod
It
red.
was red.
she's talking. How does it fit? Right? Is that
No.
what you're saying?
How it took off.
Oh.
How he could fly. How advanced was that costume?
Speaking of, I believe I can fly. Sorry.
that should be the fly music.
That could be, yeah. Number 5, Daylight. No idea as
What is
well.
No idea.
These one-word
What a
movies all
weird,
sound
what
familiar.
a weird, yeah.
96.
Time
Like when I
frame.
Let's be real though. In 96, were we paying attention to big boy movies?
I mean,
i.e.
no.
adult movies?
We
No.
weren't.
no.
We were children.
Right.
so.
No, I was scared shitless of this. That was it.
I was going, where's Lion King 2? I need to see Lion King 2. That's what I needed. Simba's Pride, is that it?
Yes,
And
it
then,
is.
and then it wasn't good. Lion King, was it 1.5 or was it 2.5?
One and a half.
1.5 was with Pumbaa. And
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Timon
in
and Pumbaa.
between. It was the in
Yeah.
between.
Who was Pumbaa? I know who Timon was. The voice actor.
I'm not sure.
Nathan
who Pumbaa
Lane was Timon.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Watch it be.
When I was a young warthog.
I love The Lion King.
It's
too.
a beautiful movie.
Oh my god, it's so good.
That was easily when I was little. That was like my top.
Is that like the big one from your childhood? Like when it comes to like nice-hearted Disney movies?
I don't know, man. Aladdin was really good too for me. Like the Cave of Wonder, like Arabian Nights.
Ernie, Sabella.
Yeah, no idea. Just you know what it was though? It was Robin Williams being everything to me in that movie.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then
Or in
Ferngully,
Aladdin.
and then Ferngully came out like right after that, and I was like,
Oh, I love Ferngully.
Robin Williams is doing
Favorite-
That's actually on my list.
Favorite, so not just like those, but favorite Disney movie. And it could be anyone.
favorite Disney movie of all time.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be animated either.
Well,
just
hold on.
favorite
So
Disney movie.
that's a big thing now.
Yeah,
right?
I
'Cause
can't
how many
narrow.
movies-
There's no way I could narrow
She's gonna
that
say
down.
Deadpool.
Are you
It
gonna
is
say
on
Deadpool?
Disney
That's
Plus
what I'm saying.
now.
It's Disney.
Because
Not-
Disney owns
favorite,
Marvel.
Favorite Disney movie that doesn't just because
Favorite
it doesn't
Disney
have
like
to have
family.
Ryan Reynolds in it.
Are we saying from an
You
era
and your perverted
begone,
mind.
or are we saying after the merger?
Any fucking
Before-
Disney movie. Stop trying to make this complicated.
This is hard
Well,
because there's so
there's
much.
so many.
Right.
What was it before? How about that? We'll just fucking
Before the merger of
Sure,
Fox
before
and
the mer-
Disney and fucking
Before
whatever.
they all had wieners in each other's butts. Which one?
But you could even break it up more, like your favorite classic Disney movie, your favorite new age Disney movie. Like there's a lot of Disney
this is
movies.
for people that are indecisive. Just a favorite Disney movie.
I can't.
Blank
well, then I'm
check.
not playing.
It's so good.
Then I can't play.
Blank
What is
check
it?
because it's so fucked
obscene. Yeah.
That's why it's my
It-
favorite Disney movie
Yeah.
because you cannot make that movie today.
Nope.
A grown ass woman kisses a fucking 5-year-old child.
Good for him.
Also, did he buy everything straight cash or like that house?
Yeah,
he
because
buy?
how did he pay
No, he
for
t-
it?
he
He got
took
a
it to a
check. He
bank.
got the cash.
He
no, no,
cashed
no.
in the check.
But what I'm saying is, if he pays for that house cash and like the house is paid for, he doesn't have a lot of money left. Is that one of those like, all right, I'm taking out a loan for this house and my
I wouldn't
first
say that.
It shows how much he pays for the house.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I think.
Well,
if I
it
remember
says
correctly.
this is how much the house costs. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
does he pay all of it out of his $1 million check?
Why not? Yeah.
Or does he like
No.
put a mortgage on it
I
and
think
then
as a
that
child,
he has more money?
I think as a child, he probably just gave them money.
Oh, he made up a fake name. He was an adult. What was his name, Steve?
Macintosh.
Yeah, man, Mr. Macintosh.
I love that goddamn movie.
Oh, yeah, he was looking at the computer screen. I forgot about
is
that.
his dad like slowly becoming like aware but not aware of it and like kind of being proud
terrible
of him?
parent.
Right?
Like,
Like, oh,
oh,
you're getting a job now. You're doing this.
So good.
That movie's coming up soon.
Are you doing that one?
Not next week. I got a banger of a pick next week.
Okay.
I'm excited.
It's good.
We're gonna
We
get
got
to
to
it.
we got to bounce back from this one.
I do have Ferngully on my list.
Ferngully's that's on mine too.
on my
Ferngully's
list.
amazing.
That's the movie that freaked me out most as a
All right,
child.
what about you?
I love Ferngully.
Favorite Disney, real quick. Before
I
we move on.
can't do it.
Just fucking pick one, you bum.
I can't.
Okay,
The Aristocats?
I do love the Aristocats.
that is really good.
I love Tarzan.
You know what one?
I think
Tarzan's great.
I think it was underappreciated.
I like the soundtrack more than I like the movie.
Oh, the soundtrack is great.
Was that another one with Elton John doing
Phil
a bunch of
Collins.
stuff?
Phil Collins, boy.
that's what it was.
Phil Collins, he crushed that
Genesis.
shit.
No, yeah,
I love Tarzan. But I like some of the new age ones too because I think they are starting to incorporate more comedy for the parents
oh yeah.
in them. And so as an adult, I do appreciate some of the newer ones because of the
Yeah.
comedy in them.
Oh, good.
Number 4, The Preacher's Wife.
Denzel?
Maybe, probably. Denzel's everywhere in things that have to do with people's wives.
Yeah, I don't know any of these fucking movies. The Preacher's Wife sounds familiar, and that other one before sounded kind of familiar, but I already forgot what the word was, so I don't even know.
Sick. Top 3 that week. Let's guess. You ready? Mars Attacks is in it.
It is Denzel.
101 Dalmatians.
You guys are ridiculous.
and Jerry
101 Dalmatians?
and Jerry Maguire.
Wait, so 100
wait,
101
Okay,
So
hold
now
on.
we're at the bangers.
Yeah,
101
it took forever to get
Dalmatians, the
there.
real, like,
The first one
With-
with Glenn Close. Think about it.
I thought
At
that
the
came-
Mars Attacks comes out the same time 101 Dalmatians comes
And
out.
Glenn Close
on top
is
of the
in
world.
both of them.
Yes. Killing it.
Okay. Can I go first?
yes. Sir, it's
Well, you picked the
Okay.
movie, so essentially you should
Okay.
be going first this whole time. not
Okay,
Tara,
so I'm
but
gonna do.
whatever.
I'm gonna do. How long was
Jerry Maguire and Mars Attacks is in their first week. 101 Dalmatians is in its second week.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Are you going?
top to bottom?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
always
gonna-
go bottom to top.
Mars.
Say it.
I'm gonna go Mars,
what she
101,
said.
and Jerry.
Mars 101, then
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire. You're putting. Okay, I get
Mars
it.
attack.
Yep.
Mars is at the top. Yeah, yeah.
Tara.
I'm going Jerry. 101 Mars.
It is as follows. Jerry fucking Maguire #1 because that was like the biggest movie in the 90s. Let's be
I didn't
real.
like that movie that much.
I don't like it either. But
Tom Cruise, though.
I know.
Tom Cruise.
You got to look at that time period and who was big at the time period. Like,
Cuba.
come on.
Cuba was
Come
big.
on.
Oh.
Number 2, Mars Attacks. Number 3, 101 Dalmatians.
I would absolutely put 101 Dalmatians over Mars.
I think 101 came back.
Do you not remember all those fucking puppies?
There was 101 of them. Wait,
I doubt
wait,
it.
hold on.
I doubt it.
Hold on. Is the 101 including the 2 parent dogs?
Yes.
Okay. That changes
That's
the
a good
entire
question.
movie
Yes.
to me.
No, because in the cartoon when they're
Some
counting
99 puppies.
No, when they're
Not good enough.
counting the puppies, they say 98, 99,
What's
and that's it.
what's
And then the
what's-
2 parents.
What's
so
the parent? The mom's name?
Perdita.
Perdita.
So Purdy. They call her Purdy, but she's Perdita.
And then the dad's name was
Pongo.
Pongo. That's what I'm thinking. Pongo.
That was one of my favorites when I was little too.
Pange.
I would play. I would be a
is
dog.
in that movie. By the way,
I'd like crawl around. I'd be
You
a
would.
dog when I was little, but I always wanted to be.
everybody's crawling around when they're little.
But I always wanted to be Pongo, not Purdy, because he had the blue collar. No,
So you like
she
blue-
had the blue collar.
Did she? I don't fucking.
Like he was cooler. Like
They
he had
had
the
collars?
the black ears. Like he just was like,
Mm.
and he was a boss. You know, he was like, I'm finding these fucking puppies.
Can we talk about Jeff Daniels for a minute and how
Sure.
good he is at anything he wants to be? Think about it. He went from Dumb and Dumber to this. Well, he didn't go this movie to that movie, but I'm saying like he can be fucking Harry or sorry, Lloyd. No,
It took
Harry.
me. I had to reach adulthood to know that he was a great actor.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And then I was like, wait, holy shit, okay.
He's shitting his brains out in that movie.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then being a perfect dude in 101 Dalmatians that you want to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, this guy's awesome.
It's so good.
I don't remember what the Anita
Anita.
was
Anita
Purdy's owner. Roger was Pongo's owner.
Yes.
And I remember I watched, because when Disney Plus came out, I went through and I watched
You
some
would?
of the classics.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't you? You're paying for
And
it.
I was watching 101
Well, I'd
Dalmatians,
watch
and I was like, you know what? The amount of like prince and princess couples that people like ship, fuck that. Roger and Anita were like the real, like that was Endgame.
Yeah.
Was All
OG.
Dogs Go to Heaven a Disney movie?
No, I don't think. I think it was like not DreamWorks, but something like that.
We're talking about dog stuff, and I was like, wait, that's a great,
That's a good
that's
one.
a fucking.
Even
that's
They
a
failed a little on the
tearjerker of a
second
movie.
one. They failed a little bit on the second
Remember,
one.
we're back with the
Yes,
dinosaurs.
that's one of my favorite cartoons.
See, we're getting deep now.
That is one of my
Childhood's
favorite
getting
cartoons.
unpacked at the moment.
We
Land
should
Before Time.
Maybe
remember that
maybe
shit?
we should do like an extra real episode and like we start doing a different series of like Disney Channel.
Unpacking.
Wait a second, Disney Channel original
Oh my god, All
movies.
Dogs Go to Heaven had a low rating.
Who does that? Who is that not a Disney movie?
I'm
then?
trying. That's what I'm looking at right now.
I was curious. I thought it was a Disney movie.
Well, when you're thinking about that, we're gonna get to the tomatometer time.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Tomato meter, the Rotten Tomatoes score, the Roddy T's. What are we
The Roddy
thinking?
T's.
Critics
Roddy
and
T's.
audience.
That's like a name for like some weird boobs.
You got some Roddy T's there, girl. I can't.
No.
I'm
You gotta
outta
take
here.
care of them dirty pillows, lady.
It's critics
Roddy
and
T's.
audience, Wally. What do you think? Out of 100%.
Critics and audience. Probably both shit.
Shit.
I'm gonna go 50 and 55.
50 and 55.
I'm gonna cut that right down the middle.
All right. Tara?
Well, I was gonna say 50 and 52. I'll
What
say
are you
50
doing?
and 52.
50 and 52.
You're going first
Because
from here
I'm
on
not-
out.
I don't trust Wally. I think he's
Cheating.
cheating.
I don't think he's cheating.
I've never gotten any of these right.
You
so
think
let's
this
talk-
man drove
But
4
no.
hours today, got here, and cheated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too. I do. He was in a
Literally
car by
every
himself
week.
all day.
Literally every week I get this horribly wrong.
No, but I agree though. I think that they were both. I think they were both low. I think probably both of them were 50s.
My personal goes into everything, so that's always what
I think they
happens.
were both 50s.
I can't remove myself to try to think of a collective.
As a
It's
whole.
always just me.
I think maybe the audience edged out a little bit, but I still think even that was low.
So it is critics, 56. Audience, 53.
Oh fuck, I'm the best.
I said 50
I'm
and
the
52.
best.
Yeah, you. Both
I
you
was
guys are very
technically
close.
closer
You
without
guys are
going
close.
over. So if this was Jeopardy,
I'm happy to just get close. God, stop yelling at me. I rarely ever get it. I'm like 40 off every fucking week.
All right, for the tiebreaker. For the tiebreaker, we're going to do the IMDb score, International Movie Database.
And that's more current, right?
That's-
Still, we talked about this.
That's a fluid. Well, I mean, everything is fluid these days, right? IMDb out of 10, you can put. What are you trying to? What are you doing?
I'm gonna go. Wait, go ahead. What were you about to say?
I don't know. You're like, yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I was like, are you thumbing this thing? What are you doing?
Finger popping each other's. I'm gonna go.
What the fuck did that give me?
oh my God.
I'm gonna go.
You guys finger popping each other's assholes. What?
I'm gonna go. Since it's more current, I'm gonna go 60.
Well, out of 10.
It's out of 10.
6. You want to put a point in there, or you just 6.0?
Just take the fucking 0 out, smart asses. Just go
asking.
6.
All right, 6.
I'm going 6.5.
Oh, she plays the game.
She does play the game.
She plays the game.
Do I have something on here? Where is it?
Like a drum roll.
This
Tara.
is Jeopardy.
What?
Jeopardy.
You went over. IMDb is 6.4.
I was still
Wait,
closer.
so
This
is
isn't Jeopardy.
Well, no, I think it's
This isn't Jeopardy. I was
That
still
was Price is
closer.
Right.
yeah, Price is Right.
I was still closer.
I was like, I know I have that sound on here
I'll take
somewhere.
it.
Price is Right. Yeah, not
Like
Jeopardy.
when, this is the best I've ever fucking done. We're
Look
in.
at you.
It's
tell me
probably
I'm
the way
cheating.
you're laying.
I'm so
You're in like
comfortable
the,
right
a
now.
power pose.
You're so into it. Just
You're in
like
a power
man.
pose on the couch.
Yeah,
I'm a
fucking
man,
look at that
man.
fucking man. Hey.
All right, Wally. Who was your favorite character in this movie?
Oh, Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Just
Wait,
him
which
as the
one?
Yeah, as the president,
As
or
the president. So that monologue at the very end
It's very good.
where he's talking, yeah, it's
Won him
great.
over.
Perfect. It was perfect. That was when I realized, because I didn't realize, maybe because I'm slow, but up until that point, I didn't know anyone was like overacting. I just thought it was like, oh, this is kind of funny. Then I'm watching him. I'm like, oh, everyone's been overacting this whole movie.
Even Pierce Brosnan, like he's
With the
not,
pipe?
but he is,
Oh,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Like
exactly.
honestly, it's like a genius performance when you sit back and look at it because you're like, well, he's just being Pierce Brosnan, and then you're like, wait a
Yes.
second, he is overacting, and he's
Oh,
doing it
100%.
amazingly. Tara, who was your favorite character?
So I would have said the president. Now I want to come up with somebody else
I mean,
because
you
Wally
can have
keeps
the
taking
same-
my answers.
You, how dare you?
You can have the same.
I will
Yeah.
say that I do like the daughter because I think she's so funny being so casual through the whole thing.
Yeah, even at the end, she's like, do you have
Like
a
when she's
boyfriend?
laying on the couch and they're watching and she's like, oh, I guess it wasn't just the bird.
right,
Like she's
yeah.
just like, oh, I guess it wasn't
It's
the
almost
bird.
she's like that '90s like stoner person, but she's not a stoner.
And she's like, they're all, put together and dressed up. She's wearing like oversized
Normal
clothes, black,
shit for the
dark
era.
stuff. Yeah. She's like grungier.
I like it. My favorite character is gonna be Martin Short, just because it's Martin Short and he's in a movie that
here
I'm
we go.
watching. I would have been Michael J. Fox.
And he's a creeper in the movie.
Right, it would have been Michael J. Fox, but I wanted him to have a little more screen time and a little more depth to his character. I mean, obviously he's just there and he's jealous of Sarah Jessica Parker the entire time of everything, right? Like,
Yeah.
we should have got this exclusive, and why are you talking to this guy? And is she, flirting with him and like all this stuff? That's his character. And then he dies just holding her hand, and I was like, that's funny, but there's nothing there. But yeah, Martin Short's character makes the movie to me almost. Like, it makes it even more ridiculous. And they show him in the beginning.
Do you say he makes the movie?
That's what he
He
said.
makes the movie to
He
me.
said that.
That's
because-
you're in love with the man.
No, because he
Oh, yeah,
adds...
definitely.
Well, let me explain. He
Go ahead.
adds something different to the movie than
Does
any other
he?
character.
Does
Yes.
he?
Think about it. Jack Nicholson's trying to make a decision this entire movie and can't. He literally points at every single person and says, "What would you do?" Right?
But that's
Until
as
the
the
end.
writing. That's not him as an actor. That's the
Yeah, but he's
acting doesn't
acting it
make
out.
He is.
Right.
Technically, the question was, who's your favorite character?
Right.
Not
the
who's your
actor.
favorite actor. Exactly. And this sounds like Steve's answer is
Yeah,
it's his
is
favorite actor.
My favorite actor is Michael J. Fox. And then I just said this is why he's not
That's
my
fair.
favorite
He didn't
character
pick
in
that.
this
Oh,
movie.
you had that in the back ready to
Also,
go.
because he
I
probably
know
was
it's-
barely in the movie. He was barely in the movie.
That's it. What I'm saying is Martin Short to me is the like most fully fledged character because he has a flaw, which is he loves fucking hookers, and it plays into the movie. And what better way to do
they
that?
were-
I also
That made
liked.
it make
I also
sense.
liked the trailer family son though. Like I like that he goes and gets the grandma, and like I like him too.
Yeah, and that's I
Which
think
it works out that like Natalie Portman and him are two of the last remaining.
Well, and I think that's the point of the movie is every single person you thought that was going to save the day doesn't save the day.
No.
Right? Jack
The
Black,
people that should have been. Yeah.
Right. Jack Black is the guy who signs up for the military.
Literally
and
dead on his first day. Like
Right.
dead on his first day of the military.
Also, how long was it where he died and got the cover of Time magazine? Did you see that in the trailer? He's on the cover of Time magazine.
Yeah.
Dude, I love Jack Black.
I do too. He's not Jack Blackie in this movie, and I kind of like that though. You know what I mean?
I really like. So I went to see the Jumanji remakes. I went to see the first one for Kevin Hart,
But it was Jack Black.
but
who
I
took it.
left appreciating Jack Black the most of that movie. Like him acting like the teenage girl was hilarious.
Well,
Like when they're
everybody-
teaching
he
her how
can
to pee,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he can steal a show.
and she's like, "Oh my god, look at my penis."
He-
Well,
he's just so over like
Yeah.
emotional all the time. It's so fucking perfect. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Even in the second one where he's not playing the girl, he's playing somebody else, and he's
Yeah.
still same thing. Like he's just like
killing it.
What was the movie he did where he was he got like was it bonked on the head or he's dating a girl but the girl was actually a
no, it was
larger woman?
Shallow Hal.
Shallow
yes,
Hal.
Shallow Hal. It was Gwyneth Paltrow.
I always thought that was kind of a weird movie for him.
It was Gwyneth Paltrow.
I agree because he's
A little
well,
different in that movie.
and
It
he's
was
not
more
acting
serious.
like Jack Black.
But
He
it-
wasn't a goofball.
Exactly, but he peeks through in every other. Like you can watch The Jackal, right? Like you were saying, but even
And see
that
some
Jack,
of it.
yeah, you can see him a little bit in that movie.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, I think that's a thing with a lot of actors. Like even Adam Sandler, when he's done his more serious roles, he's still putting his little like.
You watch that new one, Hustle?
No, but I heard
On
it was
Netflix?
good.
Mom told me to watch
Super
it.
good.
Yeah.
I want to
Super
watch it.
good.
I haven't watched it, but I heard it was good.
Yeah, really good.
I want to say something real quick.
He's bouncing
Everybody-
back.
That's what I say. Everybody shits on Adam Sandler.
No, I
he's
like
great.
Adam Sandler.
We're going through his, how would I say, like, we're growing as people. So the movies that we find as really good are the same movie he's been making forever. Happy Gilmore, yeah, is a great movie, but if it came out today, would it be?
No, he's doing it for not. He evolved.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's
I guess the serious roles. The past two
Yeah.
big movies have been relatively serious roles.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So least favorite characters. Do we have somebody we absolutely
aliens.
fucking hate?
This is one of those
Aliens.
movies where it's just littered with
versions.
unnecessary funny shit.
No, honestly, my least favorite character, and this isn't because of him, because I like him, but probably the Vegas Mongol guy.
So Jack Nicholson being...
But I love Jack Nicholson as the president.
Well, and you're right. I think he
I
is.
love it. I
He's
hate
trying
Jack.
to be a shithole
Yeah,
guy,
he's
right,
kind
or
of like,
whatnot, yeah.
you know, and he doesn't care, and he's still talking about his hotel while the world is falling apart, and his wife is trying to tell him, like, this is serious, and he lead drives her to drink again. She's
Yep.
been sober for 90 days.
So I want to. Now that
He's
you
a
said,
prick.
Now that you brought
Drinking
this-
right in front of her while she's trying to
Now
stay
that
sober.
you brought this up,
Awesome.
I want to bring this up too. Is I went and watched that movie Nope. For anybody who hasn't seen that movie, I'm going to kind of get into a little bit of spoiler here, but it's not going to kill the movie. Watching Mars Attacks, I swear to God, they took stuff from this movie and put it into Nope. The Mongol guy, Jack Nicholson, his suit jacket that he's wearing as he dies has a spaceship on the back of it
Yeah.
that is the same suit jacket that a character is wearing in Nope. The spaceship in Nope, obviously we know from now, come on, let's be
I haven't
real.
seen Nope.
Me either.
The
Well, it's
spaceship,
still in the theaters.
it is. The spaceship kind of acts the same way.
It's a Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. The spaceship
Thank you.
kind of acts the same way in these two movies. Now, me saying spaceship is not going to ruin anything with Nope, because you got to know.
Is this the same dude from Get Out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Get Out and
Okay.
Us.
I'm there now.
Us, yeah. I'm going to say this. Don't see it the movie is made to be seen in theaters only. Beyond that, you're going to leave weirdly annoyed and like, what the fuck did I just watch? And you're going to have to like do research to understand the movie.
I feel like a lot of his movies, he has like
Subtext.
subtext.
This movie is entire subtext and crazy shit that goes on. But beyond that, it's definitely worth watching, but it's not worth like,
Going to see it.
but you got to see it in theaters because the way it's filmed and the way it, like the sound of the movie and everything, you need to experience it on a big screen, and like definitely IMAX would be the way to see it. Beyond that, it ain't worth your time.
I do want to see it because I've liked his other stuff. It is funny that he, got out of the Michael Key, Jordan Peele comedy show that they had that was just like goofy as hell. And he's making all of these
He's killing it.
crazy ass, like serious, in-depth movies.
Well,
and
they say
they're all good.
Yeah, most funny people are fucked up individuals who need
Robin
horror
Williams.
shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's dark stuff there,
Yeah.
right? To be able to be that funny or whatnot. So
A lot of the funniest people, I think, the comedy is defense mechanism. A lot of people use comedy as a defense mechanism. So if
that makes sense.
you're making light of you're like making
That's why I'm so
light
funny.
of all these situations to
Right,
get through
That
them,
makes sense. Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. So my least favorite character, because I'm just going to say it, is Sarah Jessica Parker, because she is just
You don't like
Sarah
her.
Jessica
Yeah.
Parker. I don't like her in any movie she's ever been in besides a Disney movie.
Which Disney movie, Steve?
Come on.
What Disney movie? was
Hocus
she in?
Pocus.
Oh, duh.
Oh.
I'm excited for the second one.
I am and I'm
You wanna-
not, but
I'm afraid they're gonna fuck it up,
That's
but
what I'm
like,
saying.
it's the original people, so I'm like, okay.
it's
I want
either
to.
you're
I want to
gonna-
do practical magic.
yeah. Ooh.
I would love to do.
You
It's
said
sort of
that,
my
I think,
favorite.
last week or
That's
so, the week
Sandy and
before,
Nicole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Both of them.
I would love to do that.
I'd be
That
down for that.
soundtrack is so good too.
Look, brother, you got a pick of whatever you want when it comes to it. You do whatever you want to do.
It's on my list.
I have. Well, we did Miss Congeniality.
We did, yeah.
A little.
A Sandy
I'll
movie.
do some. I'll do
We did the
another
Sandy.
bullet. I'll do
I
another bullet.
have. I think I have one or two other Sandy movies on my. On my
Is it
list
the one
right
with
now.
Ryan Reynolds too?
I'd watch
I
it.
fucking knew it. What's it
I
called?
like it.
The Proposal.
Yeah,
That's a good
I'm
one.
terrible
Betty
with
White's in
names.
it, and it's great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
She would dance by the
To the
campfire.
windows, to the walls,
Yeah.
just put up down my balls. That's a sound on
R.I.P.
TikTok now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Good for her. Doesn't even know it because she's dead.
Well,
Favorite
it's Sandy's.
Hold- what? Look, what?
She's a
It's
national
Sandy's
treasure.
part
I'm
that's
sorry.
on because she's
I'm
the one doing the
sorry.
funny.
That makes- okay, yeah.
She's because Betty White doesn't sing that song.
I thought she did.
No, she's telling Sandra Bullock, chant whatever you feel, and that's the first thing that came to her mind.
That
so.
makes sense. That makes sense. So, what is our favorite part or scene in Mars Attacks, Wally?
Didn't we just
Jack
discuss this
Nicholson's
earlier?
monologue. Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
yeah, 100%.
Well, no, I mean, you talked about it, yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's perfect.
All
And then he
right.
shakes the alien's hand, and they like
it comes
comes down. A
out,
tear
yeah.
is like right before that comes down his face, and it just comes out and kills him.
Biggest troll.
Perfect. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. It's true.
It is so good. And then a little flag pops out.
Yeah.
It's like, "Ying."
I love how some of their acts are more like aggressive than the others.
Oh yeah.
There's like an
Oh,
act
you can
and then
tell
like,
when they're
act,
pissed
act.
off. Yeah, you can tell. Like when they kill, when like the guy's dressed as the woman and they kill him.
Yeah.
And he walks away from that little globe that they were
Yeah.
looking at and he's like,
It's so good.
All the
throws his
shots-
arms up and
So
everything.
good.
All the shots of them in the actual spaceship where they're just wearing underwear.
Underwear, yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's just like boxer, just like briefs, just
They
like
look like
walking
satin
around.
Here's the
briefs.
Playboy.
Yeah.
Yes. And
He's
he's
the
like
Playboy.
unfolding it just so slow. And then he looks at
Looks
Sarah
over.
Jessica Parker
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
like, oh,
Yep.
That's fucking funny.
yeah.
What was your favorite part?
I mean, obviously the monologue was, that was.
Choice. Yeah.
Yeah. But if I had to, I'm going to pick something else. I
Wait, do we have the same thing again?
didn't know. Well, I mean, that's a good part, but like, I liked when Martin Short's, when he bit his finger off, when the alien bit his finger
And
off.
it's funny, right? Because he's being so like, he tries to like make out
Like,
with her
who
randomly.
reaches their hand
Right. Get that gum out of there.
Just-
Like, yeah.
in someone's
He dies
mouth?
right there, right?
Essentially, he gets
I think
hit. But
does
we
he
never
die?
Probably we never see him.
I
Again,
thought
right?
it shot him after, no?
I
No,
can't
she
remember
just
that
hits
part.
him with like the.
Oh,
the,
yeah,
the
yeah.
statue, and he's like,
yeah. You're right. He may not have died.
head trauma. Let's be real. He's probably dead.
probably.
He may not have died.
My favorite part is when Glenn Close gets destroyed by that fucking chandelier because it comes out
The
of
Roosevelt,
nowhere. Whatever
Eleanor
she says.
Roosevelt.
Right. Because it comes out of nowhere and she's barely in the movie, but it makes sense. You know, she's such a huge actress. She was probably there for one day.
One, it
or
is
day,
funny
2 days.
that like, because the people that are dying in this movie, nobody's dying from things that are not the aliens, and so she gets.
Right, that's what I'm
but she
saying.
gets all these aliens running around. She gets smashed by a fucking chandelier.
And not just smashed, fucking
Demolished.
destroyed.
But like, what a classy as fuck way to go.
Oh yeah,
You
for
know what
sure.
I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
instead of getting shot by an alien, let's go.
Chandelier.
With the
There's been a
chandelier.
lot of chandelier deaths throughout movie history.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, and that's
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
a trope, right? Maybe let's put it in here because fuck it, why not? But this leads me to a point in this movie where I went, "What the fuck just happened?" And the
I feel like that's a lot.
hold on, hold on. Those kids pick up the guns and start like protecting the president.
the guy's sons. Yeah.
I wanted to see that movie. Them like
Oh, that'd be
running
dope.
house. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
shooting
yeah,
aliens.
yeah.
What happens then in the next scene? They're back at home with their mom. How the fuck did they get there?
They just had an adventure.
you notice- did
Just
you notice-
Let's have another Mars Attacks too, but it's just those following those kids all the way
Did you
back.
notice
That's what I
that
want.
when
Yeah, yeah.
she's on the phone with him and the kids are playing that video game,
Yeah.
the alien they're shooting looks just like the aliens that are attacking.
That's the whole point. Is that's where
Like
they
on
get
the
their
screen.
their
Perfect.
Looks
street
just
smarts
like
from,
them.
and that's why they can pick up the guns and start shooting them.
I didn't notice it before, but like I'm watching it today and I was like, did they already put out a video game that quickly
Yeah.
of the situation that's happening right now?
Steve said it earlier. Those aliens were drawn years and years ago. The most stereotypical alien you could ever possibly.
Well, so the idea of this movie comes from a trading card game,
Oh,
like
really?
a Topps trading card thing that they had forever, and then that's where Tim Burton came up with the idea, and that's what they look like. Even the woman came out on those trading cards. So it's fucking wild to think.
That's
about.
awesome.
Yeah, and there's a comic
cool
book too
shit.
of all this. Too. Yeah.
Oh,
But-
yeah. Okay.
What?
That's what I said earlier. I was like, it felt like a comic book.
Right, exactly. And I feel like they look even shittier on purpose. Like the aliens, like the CGI and everything.
Well, I think
looks
that's part of the
campy.
comedy. It's like,
Right. So,
these shitty ass aliens. Some
So,
kid
all right.
drew these.
were we entertained by this movie?
Yes. Maybe not in the best way, but yes.
Let's be real. When you break it down, the movie isn't. While it's on and you're paying attention to it, you're not looking away.
What is entertaining?
I was absolutely
What is the
looking away while I was
definition?
watching it.
What is
Well,
the
you've
definition
seen
of
it, though.
entertaining?
Well, there's different levels because like when you go to a horror movie, that's a different type of entertain that you want to be.
Right, but you're
A
going
horror
into
movie, a successful horror movie is going to make you feel like
yeah.
So it's just you're
The
breaking it down to you
suspense
don't want.
stuff, so-
So entertaining is not looking away. Is it enjoying it, or is it what is entertaining necessarily?
Entertaining to me
Yeah,
is
yeah, to
me
you, but-
watching a movie and my all like every bit of my thought process and whatnot is in this movie. So now I'm thinking,
Yes.
what's going to happen next, or this is what's going
Yeah.
to happen next, or what I think's going to happen next, or oh shit, what did that mean, or whatever. I'm thinking about things,
I
or
also-
wow, that was fucking funny, right?
I think also part of it is like if you would go and watch it again, like on purpose, like you'd go and actively look up.
That's just liking the
A movie.
movie as a whole.
But there are movies that I like
There
that-
could be terrible, shitty movies that are entertaining that you don't necessarily need to see again.
Trust me, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
Yeah,
fun to
yeah,
get
yeah.
through one time, but I don't need to do this twice. Like you can go watch Jackass, but it's not like I need to do it again.
Like had you not picked this and I watched this for this, I may have never seen this movie again.
It would have somehow come across. I feel like this movie sneaks its way past you.
Something.
Yeah,
At points in
randomly, it's like, hey, TNT, it's on.
I absolutely like I wouldn't have paid for it,
Yes.
if not for the
Yeah,
for
that I'll
this.
agree with. 100%.
It's on Pluto TV. You could have watched it for free.
I pulled this one out
Oh
of
my
a
god,
hat.
it's back.
Oh Jesus! More B-roll for the.
The kung fu fighting clip.
I like it. Yeah, I was entertained by this movie. She finally killed it.
She got it.
She did.
That's where the music ends, right there, Steve.
When my mom has a video, and if she watches this because they've been watching, if she'll when you make the first joke about the kung fu thing, she's gonna say it.
Awesome.
But there's a video of me when I'm little. I'm talking like
During this era.
not even 2, maybe
Oh.
like little, and I'm in the bathtub, and my mom's sitting on the floor next to the bathtub, like, and I'm in the bathtub, and first I just randomly start going, ooh, like with my hands, like fuck you up. I just like randomly, and I do it a couple times, and they're like, "Oh, what is he doing?" And then I walk over to the side and start going shampoo, like I'm pointing at things, and then I come back into it, and I'm like,
That's funny. I just did a belly flop. I remember
in the
one of
bathtub.
yeah. So,
Well, it's funny because the very
Pretty big
end,
bathtub.
the very end of the video,
was like that big.
my dad stops filming, because like I squat in the water and I look up at my mom and I go, "Ugh."
All right, we're done here.
Okay.
So the camera just
fucking
cuts off.
Dump it in the
And I was like, great.
Speaking of mothers,
poop in the bathroom.
everybody poops in the
Are you just-
bathroom.
what do they call him? A stomper? Is that what
Waffle stomp. Speaking
God,
of
so
mothers, would we recommend this movie to our mothers?
No.
Not at all. Fuck, Mom, you don't need it, Mom.
No.
Definitely not.
I'm gonna recommend it to my mother. 'cause
My
this
mom would
movie's
be like,
fucking
why the
funny."
fuck would you
Our parents probably
tell me to
saw
watch
this.
this?
I would
Of course
say our
they
parents
did,
saw this,
96.
and they probably all like, no,
Oh,
no.
my dad definitely, like, when I told him we were doing this, he was like, oh, God.
Exactly.
But probably
Oh,
same
God.
thing, probably hasn't seen it
Yeah, and how long?
in
yeah.
forever.
This is a spectacle of a movie.
It really-
That's why it's
yeah.
entertaining. It's
Okay.
like it doesn't have to be
a
good.
lot,
It's just
yeah.
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I like it. It's a lot. Speaking of a lot,
A lot, good, a lot.
Steve's favorite part.
Wally, is that you?
No,
He
no,
wishes.
no. I wish.
to make the Martian Girl costume as smooth as possible, it had no zipper or buttons. The actress, Lisa Marie, had to be sewn into it every day.
Oh Jesus!
Every day? She barely was in it. How many times did they have to film that bitch?
Well, there's different
That sucks.
scenes. There's different places they're doing these scenes. So
Barely. She was in the White House.
barely, but there's also you have to figure out how to wear it, how to be put in it, all this
I've
stuff.
heard horror stories about costumes.
Right,
And
Iron Man 1, right? Let's be
Yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah.
How long does it take them to design the costume? How long does it take them to figure out how to put it on? How long does it take them to figure out what they can do
There's-
in it and what they can film with it?
There's people that are like grabbing your slacks and pulling your wiener out to pee.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
can't reach. It's like being that. Imagine being that guy. You're like the fluffer for Robert Downey.
But like
You're
a very, like
Robert Downey Jr. is like, hey, I got to fucking piss.
go ahead, buddy.
I got it. Coming
got
in.
you, man.
Thanks, Jarvis.
Right. Jesus. The writers weren't sure what the Martian should sound like, so the script just had ack for all their lines of
Perfect.
dialogue.
That's perfect.
So they just went with it.
That became the actual dialogue.
Look, sometimes you just don't fucking try hard.
Right.
Please don't, because
And it makes it better.
Shit
Yeah,
out of it.
exactly.
You know.
Exactly. When people
That's fucking really good. That's really fucking good.
when people had their flesh vaporized from their bones, the remaining skeletons were either red or green. Tim Burton explained this had been done because the movie had been scheduled for a Christmas release. Also, the red and green
Oh.
skeletons were first seen in Beetlejuice. When Barbara and Adam were in Juno's office, you can see them with the other ghouls looking at the screen.
Oh, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, so
It's
these
the little things.
continuity.
I liked the green skeletons better.
I mean, cool. You like green, I guess.
I do.
Well, set in 1990, the U.S.
That redhead
Army's
shit.
uniforms and equipment are dated from the 1950s when the movies being spoofed were made.
Perfect. Perfect. Didn't even think about
Even
that.
the Jeeps, right, are like super
Old.
fucking
Yeah.
old.
They're
Like
old,
everything's old. The guns they're using look old and everything. And you're like, they're using like even the choppers from like Vietnam.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, that just reminded me of one of my other favorite parts when the general guy, they're in the room and he's like, "Sir, you just need to," and he's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up.
No problem.
If you talk again."
Right. And then the wife or whatever is like, you got to kick all their asses. Or whatever she says.
Nuke their asses or
Nuke
something.
Good
Yeah.
Glenn Close. Johnny Depp turned down the role of the reporter, Jason Stone.
Oh, shit.
So Michael J. Fox almost wasn't in it.
Right. Because it's a Tim Burton movie, so why isn't Johnny Depp
Yeah.
in
What
it?
movies was Johnny Depp doing in the mid-90s? What movies was he doing?
Everything,
then?
probably.
Was he doing a lot?
He was.
Was that
Would you like me to?
In
Let you know.
96.
I'm just
what was he
thinking, I'm
doing?
trying to, like,
95, 96.
the era?
God,
that
fucking
Johnny Depp
Edward
era.
Scissorhands was
I
like,
do
what,
love-
Probably.
93?
I do
Probably.
love Johnny Depp.
Fucking, I don't know. What?
90s, huh? That was 1990.
Oh, shit.
Edward Scissorhands.
Oof.
He also did Cry Baby in 1990. What's Eating Gilbert Grape,
That was like
93.
93. There you go.
okay.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas was
That's
98.
what I was looking for, I think.
That was
Fear and Loathing.
98.
But that could have been filmed like
Yeah, it could have been being
97-ish,
filmed.
right?
Sleepy Hollow,
Sleepy Hollow.
99.
I fucking love that movie.
That is a great.
Donnie Brasco,
Halloween movie.
97.
That's
So
probably
he was
what it-
probably
yeah.
filming that.
Okay.
Also, he could have just said no.
That's fair. He
Dude,
probably was
I've-
like, this is fucking stupid.
Right.
If he was
Benny
like
in
the-
June in 93. Don Juan de He did a lot in the 90s.
Don Juan.
Don Juan.
Chocolat.
Originally, it was planned that Jack
Chocolat.
Nicholson would only play President James Dale, while Michael Keaton was going to play Art Lang.
I could
these
see
two
that.
had obviously played off each other in Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah, I could see that though.
Yeah.
Like if you watch Michael Keaton and stuff like Multiplicity and stuff, you can see his over the top.
That's a one I haven't heard of in a while.
I love Multiplicity.
She touched my peppy, Steve.
My pepe.
12.
I love pizza. That honestly, I think is one of my favorite '90s comedy.
I love
movies.
that movie.
Because it takes an idea and it goes with it to a ridiculous
Level.
level
Yeah.
to where I might just pick that. God damn it.
That's good. Wait, because even like they do the whole, you know how a copy of a copy is not quite as strong. Like that's how.
We got a great deal.
You know,
we got a great deal, Doug.
He
We got a
loved.
great deal.
Oh, did he love it? Well, I hate it.
And the fact that his wife is so oblivious to everything.
She's not like. There's not 1 second where she's like, "Is he having like a
Right.
personality
I think-
disorder? Like,
Why is he gay now? Like, what the fuck?
like why is he so good at this stuff?"
My favorite.
Dude, he's
my-
rapping the
and this is
fucking
kind of weird to
pork
say.
chop in the
It's kind of weird to
tinfoil.
say, but
What? Yeah.
his other guys
Amazing.
cameo that he was the captain or
Where
whatever.
he
and
keeps
then-
working
quoting
in Bed Bath-
TLC
yeah.
songs.
What do you
He's-
mean? What are you talking
Yo,
about? I don't know.
Captain, you gotta know that you're doing
no
it.
scrubs.
You guys gotta creep.
It's so good.
Creep.
He's
think-
like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Michael Keaton, I think, is one of my low key favorite actors.
He's so good.
of
I
all
do like
time.
him,
And
yeah.
my favorite fun fact, I've said this on the podcast before. His real name is Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like Mike Douglas.
But there was
Right.
already a Michael.
Only white boy ever make me moist.
Jesus Christ. This is the last released movie in which Michael J. Fox physically appeared in until 2014, although he did numerous television shows as well as some voice acting.
Whoa.
When did all
I
this
didn't
stuff
realize that
start
it was
going
that big
down?
of a
So his Parkinson's actually started on Back to the Future,
Oh, okay.
right? But it wasn't.
and that's young.
Yeah,
too.
that's young, but it wasn't like a documented like, oh, my hand's shaking, whatever.
Yeah.
It was literally like, hey, what the fuck is this? And then
Like
it got
twitching or
progressively
something,
worse.
yeah.
There's scenes in this movie where you can see him
He's like
shaking or moving
little
around
bit,
or
yeah.
whatnot. Yeah. And then Spin City he was on, which I really like. So there was a lot there. So final decision time out of 10. What do we give Mars Attacks? Wally first, because Tara's just going to copy it with one, like a number. Right?
5, 6.
5.6.
or do you mean 5/6?
We're not doing
Because the way you said it, but like the way you said it,
5.6.
5. Flat 5.
5.
5.
I'm gonna give it a 6. It's funny watching this movie back. You're like, this is fucking stupid. But the other half of me that likes stupid's going, but those fucking aliens are killing everybody with a box strapped to one of them, saying, "We're here to help."
It was so funny, and they're running down the street like,
Right.
"We are friendly. We're here to help," and then just shooting, just fucking down, running
Murdering
down
everybody.
the street.
Right. It's amazing, but at the same time, is it good? No, but it's not
No,
supposed to
it's
be a
not
good movie.
good.
This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a movie. You're right. A movie can be entertaining without being good.
Yeah, I don't ever need to watch this again, but I'll probably watch it again.
It's gonna happen.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
But I
saying?
probably will.
You're gonna catch it.
I don't ever need to, but if it's on, I'm going to watch it.
Just hanging there like Pierce Brosnan's head, just randomly. in
It's
the-
one of those movies too, right? You're sitting with a friend, and if your friend says they've never seen it, and
You're like, "Oh my God, you have to see it."
You're like,
you're ready for something. just
You just
pop a squat,
start
buddy.
barking at them, and they're like,
Yeah,
"What?"
What the fuck?
You've never seen this? We're putting it on, and then
that's
they're
it.
just looking at you like
There are
"Good."
still, but I will say, like, this movie had a lasting effect because any time in my adulthood, whatever, that I hear anything that sounds like that, I
yeah.
immediately just start going, "Gah, gah, gah."
And then you look
Anything
around
that
for the
sounds
one
like-
person that goes,
who's going to be like, "Oh yeah."
"That's funny. I like it. Cool." Well, next week,
Go ahead, Steve. What is it?
I'm like deciphering now.
drum
Like, do
roll.
I do what I want to have? No, we're gonna do my original pick.
Okay,
It's gonna be a Ben Stiller movie.
Which one? Heavyweights?
No,
dodgeball.
no, we've already done.
You guys
Dodgeball.
you did
we
Dodgeball. Long Camp
We're,
Polly.
we're gonna go to one of my favorite Owen Wilson fucking just performances. It's gonna be Zoolander.
You really
Zoolander.
were gonna do? I thought that was already done before I got on here.
No.
I fucking love Zoolander. We're gonna delve deep into the world of
What
male
is it?
models.
He can't
One of
turn
the
left
few-
or he can't turn
He's
right.
an ambi-turner. I can't turn left.
This is one of the ones that so we always watch all the same shit, Steve, but this is one of the ones I've never been able to like
To actually enjoy.
get behind.
Did you
I
watch
feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Yeah, I'm just
I
trying.
haven't seen it in a while. I know the one things that's like the things that stand out are that he can't turn left. The gasoline fight at the
Yeah, it's
gas
so
station.
ridiculous.
Even we can die in a freak gasoline fight accident.
And then like blue steel will never not be a thing. Like people
That's- yeah,
still
I'm
say
excited.
that.
I'm excited for it. So next week we're going to get into Zoolander. But anybody who's still listening, thanks for listening to the podcast, The Decision Reel. It's time for Wally to take a nap, go to sleep for 17
yes.
straight hours. If you do like what you're listening to, you can find us at The Decision Reel on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Check out our pretty faces there. For anything
Beautiful.
else, give us maybe a review, a rating, anything. I don't care. Do something. Tell us what movies we should
Do what
review
you
next. I
do.
don't know. But,
do what you do.
what you do. Do you, boo boo.
yeah, I like it. Thanks, people, for listening, and we're out of here. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.